Well, hi everybody. So we're gonna have another look at another free plane here from the 40th anniversary. This one's gonna be the Blackbird Simulations Beaver. Now I'm probably gonna refer to this thing as Milviz quite a bit because that's what they used to be called, but either way they are known as Blackbird Simulations now. Alrighty. Well, here we are in the Beaver. Now, I like this one quite a bit. I go back and forth between this and the DC-3 as to which one is actually my favorite from the new free planes that we got here. I really do go back and forth. I haven't decided which one I like best. They're probably pretty closely tied. Maybe the Milviz, though. I'm not sure. I mean, Blackbird Simulations. So this is now Blackbird Simulations. I'm probably going to end up referring to this as Milviz quite a bit, just out of habit. But either way, they are Blackbird Simulations, so it looks pretty good in here. I'm not going to really do the normal review I do. This is free. We're just pretty much going to get this thing started. We're going to try and, take off, run down pretty much to the end of my lake here, turn around, come back in for a landing. So we'll go ahead and get it started here. Go ahead and hide the yoke. Now you do have a tablet. I guess we'll do this before I get started. There are a few options in here that you can do. I like the chrome spinner, so I'm going to leave it that way. You can put a canoe on here. You can put some covers on here, sort of that. You don't really get all the normal bells and whistles that you kind of get with a Milviz plane, but it is free, so I'm not expecting anything maybe as customizable as, let's say, the 310R or anything like that. But it is still easily the level of quality that you get from Blackbird. Anyway, we do have an anchor, which is kind of a nice thing for the seaplanes. It's the only one that I have noticed that has an anchor on it. This isn't really a seaplane, but you get the idea. So all you got to do is really shut the engine off and click on this, and it will pretty much hold you in place in the water. So we'll go ahead and get it started. Just flip the fuel selector here onto whatever and turn the magnetos on. Alternator, battery, avionics. I'm probably doing all this out of order, but it doesn't really matter. And we'll come over here, turn the fuel pump on. Make sure your mixture is up to rich. And we'll hold the starter down until it kind of turns over. Go ahead and turn the pump off there because it's an annoying noise. And it's pretty much running. And so we're pretty much good to go. Now, like I said, you don't get all the bells and whistles, so you don't really have to worry about damage with this thing. But we will release the parking brake here and just go ahead and get in the water. This thing does have a water rudder, so if you have that mapped to something, you can put the water rudders in the water and steer a little bit easier. It's not too difficult to steer it without them. We will go ahead here and throttle up, begin taking off. I'm not going to put my flaps down. You can, but it still gets off the ground pretty easily without the flaps. Or the water. And we are pretty much off the ground. It's very, very easy to fly. It does sound really good. I will say that I do think Milviz, at least in my opinion, makes some of the best sounding aircraft that I have in this game. Their Corsair is absolutely fantastic. Their 310R actually sounds pretty good as well. They do a really good job of getting that sort of like far away from the airplane sound effect that makes it sound quite realistic. Yes, those are bears walking along in the water. Sometimes that happens around here. Already probably gonna run up on the ground before we get to demonstrate the water or the anchor. But either way, you just gotta turn the engine off and click on that. It'll hold you in place. Does a pretty good job. Well, that's pretty much it. That's really pretty much it. I still really have a hard time choosing between this and the DC-3 as to which one is my favorite, but either way, thanks for watching, everybody, and I guess I'll see y'all next time.